It was the year 2010 when the new decade started. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers played against the Boston Celtics, and also when the Pac-12 almost became the Pac-16. Let's recap. Auburn had just won the national championship against Oregon in a ratherly defensive game, where they only won by a last-second field goal, and Cam Newton literally sent himself to the spotlight. Larry Scott had just become the new commissioner of the Pac-12, and pretty much he started working for the Pac-16 since the beginning of his time at control of the Pac-12, which was before the Pac-10. It all started that day when Jim Delaney announced that Nebraska was moving to the Big Ten, and that day sparked pretty much everything for the conference realignment. Pretty much that was the move that made the Pac-16 almost possible. That had a huge ripple effect. At that moment, the conference was in jeopardy, as pretty much Dan Beebe, the former Big 12 commissioner, called in a meeting to see who left and who stayed. Pretty much, Colorado and Nebraska undo their ties to the Big 12 and move conferences. Nebraska went to the Big 10, meanwhile Colorado went to at the time Pac-10 and was the 11th member of the current now Pac-12. Larry Scott knew at the time that he would have to expand until pretty much until west of the Mississippi River, taking whatever he could to basically make the Pac-16 possible. He had that vision, but unfortunately never came to pass due to the following. In 2010, the Longhorns set up the Longhorn Network, which pretty much killed the effort as a whole. Since then, the Aggies would move to the SEC, we would bring in the Pac-16 came to pass. This is what we could have gone out of it. Let's start with the easiest. With the easiest expansion. Oklahoma State, the Longhorns, and the Red Raiders and the Buffaloes are now Pac-12, or Pac-16 should I say, material. Here's how the divisions would play out. In the West, you would have the Golden Bears, the Ducks, the Beavers, the Cardinal, the Bruins, the Trojans, the Huskies, and the Cougars. And in the South Division, or East Division, you would have the Wildcats, the Sun Devils, the Buffaloes, the Sooners, the Cowboys, the Longhorns, the UTs, and the Red Raiders. And let's go even further. Let's say they do pods. UCLA, Stanford, California, and USC would be in Pod A. Oregon State, Washington, and Washington State would all be Pod B. Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah would be Pod C, and Oklahoma State, Texas, and Texas Tech would be Pot D. The winners of those pots play in a separate championship game for the divisions, and then the championship would be between the two winners, in the winner in the North or the West and the winner in the South or the East. Tomorrow I'll upload how this would create the ripple effects in other conferences. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more sports Pac-12 content.